Check 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
It's been a while since you did that. Do you want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game?
Because he stopped. You know why?
It's a thumb war.
Rolling.
Yep. Oh, rolling. Yeah, you're
Roger.
right. I did. Now I'm gonna bring it back.
Because I think we did every song possible that has the word rolling in it.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. You know what song we haven't done?
What?
I'm a bitch. I'm a
No, we
lover.
have.
I'm a
I was gonna
child.
say, I think we
I'm
have
a
done it.
mother. I'm a sinner.
Andy.
I'm a saint.
Andy.
I do not feel
ashamed. I'm your hope. I'm
Hey.
your dreams. I'm nothing in
We did
between.
this-
You know
we did
I
this
wouldn't
one.
want it any other way.
This is how life is.
The only reason I sang it because it's from 1997.
You're sure of
Do you
that?
know that?
You just look it up?
100.
You just look it up?
100. You want me to sing another 1997?
Yes.
You know what's
I
funny?
get knocked down, but I'll get up again. I'm never going to keep me down. I'll get knocked down, but I'll get up again. You're never going to keep me down.
Xbox dashboard.
God, we're so dumb. I can't believe we yelled at the Xbox for half an hour. Okay, listen, guys, you are listening to this episode that I already forgot what it's about. The box office throwback.
That's right.
What's the timestamp, Andy?
1 minute, 29 seconds, 30
the
seconds,
timestamp.
31 seconds,
Fuck the
32
timestamp.
seconds, 33 seconds.
Stop.
Okay, so we're doing the box office throwback. This is where we are going to bring you back in time. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo. And we are going to talk ourselves all about the biggest blockbusters of 1997. You ready?
I'm ready.
Excellent. This is the Real Awkward Podcast. Best damn podcast you've heard
Today,
today. My name's Andy.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Ashley.
Excellent. And guys, get ready to go down the world of 1997.
Okay, so we do this every time. So, what grade were you in? What was your life? Where were you?
1997, 8th grade. I wore a lot of polos and stripes. I had a bowl cut. I think I was running around in Jinko jeans. I want to say I was super into... Dude, honestly, I listened to Chumbawamba. I had that.
Chumbawamba?
I literally had that.
Chumbawamba?
What is it?
Chumbawamba.
Same thing. Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba.
Tomato, tomato, baby.
I have an accent.
Are you making fun of me?
So, listen.
Wait, how many songs do you know by Chumbawamba?
Just that one.
No, at one
Tell me.
They
at
are
one
a one-hit
point I knew
wonder.
more.
What's the best song on their second album?
Did they even have a second album, girl? At least Aqua got
think
two.
so. I think it was one and done, dude. But they probably did have a second album, and I apologize.
Let's be honest. You had Now That's What I Call Music 6.
Now that's what I call music for.
Because Chumbawamba was my favorite.
Legitimately, I actually think it was on the very first. Now that's what I call music.
Was
and
it really?
I feel
No,
like it was.
get out of here. That's
We
incredible.
all pull up our phones.
That's incredible. So
If it was, I get
Ash.
$1.
Ash, we got to get excuse me, we got to get on this. We got to
No, we
talk
don't.
about these box
No, we
office throwbacks. Yes, we do. Dude,
Now That's What I Call Music 1 came out in 1997.
and they had it?
Yes.
Nice, dude. They disbanded and
You know what track number 1 was? Tub Thumping.
oh.
You know what track number
Dang
2 was?
what?
Fastball.
Bitch by Meredith Brooks.
Oh, love it. I will say they disbanded in 2012. So,
Well, I mean,
they
can
did
you blame
not-
them? How many
So
times?
they spent a long time trying
How
to make it
many
work.
times can you sing that fucking song and not want to fling yourself off of a bridge?
That's fair.
And how many times can you sing that song and not want to get back up again?
So, I will tell
Kiss
you.
in the night
I don't
away.
know where I was in 1997 from a theater
Where
standpoint.
were you?
I don't know how many movies I was going to
No,
see. I
like,
do think,
How?
though,
But what grade were you in?
I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
So, I mean, I probably wasn't doing a whole lot of dates back then to the movie theater.
In 6th grade. I wore a neon green Windbreaker to school every
Yep.
day.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
And during recess, I used a jump rope.
Sounds about right.
Okay. If Ashley was in 6th grade, what does that make me? 4th grade?
Fourth grade.
Because aren't I 2 years younger than you?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. 4th grade. Interesting time. Where was I?
Don't know. What type of movies were you watching in 1997?
Probably not any fun ones because I was 9.
Yeah, I'm curious what you've even seen of this, but you probably have just because 5 years later, 1997's popular.
Yeah, I think that's honestly. I think
Yeah.
it'll end up being like it was for the, 1998 one, where it was like I didn't see it in the theater, but I saw it later in life.
Yeah.
I think that's
Fair.
what it'll end up being.
Fair. So here's the deal. I normally ask you guys to guess what the number 1 box office was.
You know what my guess
1997.
is for every year in the 90s?
Harry Potter.
Titanic.
I'm pretty sure Amanda's right that it's Titanic because that was the freaking VHS that everybody wanted forever. And I remember 1997 being like that. What I think Academy Award, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I
for
genuinely
Titanic.
see. This is where we're finding my fatal flaw, apparently, because I
Yeah.
cannot remember the years shit came out.
Yeah, that's hard.
I
That's
can't
So
hard.
remember.
if I told you that you were correct,
Yes.
could you tell me how much it grossed?
I want to say
1.2
$1
billion.
million dollars. I will go with Amanda. 1.2 billion dollars.
You guys can't have the same answer because then I can't pick a winner.
Wait, what did Amanda say?
You literally just said, I'm going to go with Amanda and say 1.2 billion. So I said 1.2 billion.
I thought I was just making shit up. Okay, got it. Sorry, there's a delay. 1 point. You know what? I'm gonna go.
Price is
We're
Right.
at 1.3, Bob.
If you
$1.
fucking,
1.3,
if
Bob.
you fucking prices right me right now, I'm going to get pissed.
1.3, Bob.
Just-
I'm gonna do it.
You guys are both over.
Oh, okay. Well,
659 million.
okay. Listen, in today's dollars, 1.5 billion.
Honestly,
Now this is just box office, so you know that outside of the box
Yeah.
office, it made so
was
much more.
what was the first movie to gross $1 billion? Was it Avengers?
No, there had to be another one.
Let's
Like
find
one of the
out.
Lord of the Rings or something had to.
Lord of the
gross.
Rings.
Like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or one of those earlier ones had to gross $1 billion before Avengers.
Oh my god, I can't spell.
Wait, Avengers or Harry Potter?
First movie to gross $1 billion, as opposed
Jurassic
to
Park.
some of Jurassic Park.
Oh, look at you, Amanda. One of your faves.
Beep beep beep.
Na 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 na. That's not.
Hey,
Dun,
so,
dun, dun,
did you watch
dun,
Titanic? Did you like that movie?
Amanda
Sure
is singing the
didn't.
Jurassic Park
We're
soundtrack.
not talking about Jurassic
Would
Park.
you please let her finish singing the Jurassic Park?
We will circle back.
Right now. Dun,
was
dun, dun, dun.
At this moment. Okay, Ash, we've gone through the first box office throwback, Titanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
Can
guys
we?
did you guys see it in the theater?
Oh, I thought Amanda was segueing. I was like, can we please talk about Ocean Gate for a second? I feel like this is the perfect time to talk about
Wait, too
five
soon.
billionaires
Too soon.
being like,
Too
you got an
soon.
Xbox controller? Yeah, dude, let's build a can. And then fucking boop,
Too soon.
implosion. Okay, so
Well, all I have to
did
say
we
is
see Titanic? Is that what you said?
She asked if
Oh.
you saw it in the theater.
You know, because I
theater.
remember people being like, dude, it is 3.5 hours long.
The answer is no, because I was 11.
it was also it was R-rated.
Yeah.
That movie, I did not see it in the theater. My mom and my older sister went. I think they saw it like 3 times. I had zero desire to see it. I don't care for it.
Yeah.
As a Titanic kid, I did not like the movie
Yeah.
because I thought I was going into a movie about the finding of the sunken Titanic.
Oh, you didn't realize it was the actual happenings?
I
of
did not
why
know that it
sank?
was a dramatization of what happened to the people who rode the Titanic.
I can imagine being in 4th grade and being like, oh my God, as everyone's dying in the sea.
Well-
and then also paint me like one of your French girls. And you're like,
Draw me
"Mommy."
like one of your
I
French
saw
girls.
it weirdly. I saw it because my grandma bought it like on
Weird.
VHS.
Okay.
And then I saw it at her house, which, double VHS. Like, I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
that whole thing multiple times. Like, because you go to grandma's house, she's got like 10 movies.
Yeah, that's it.
And so
At least
Everything else
this one
is
you get to
fucking
see
Mon
people
Paquette.
die.
it was either On Our Own
Yeah.
or Titanic or like Shirley Temple.
Wayne Newton or fucking John Wayne movies.
Can we
Wayne
talk
Newton.
about
That's who they all loved. That's who all the old ladies loved at one point. What?
Can we talk about how stupid the whole I'm losing my words now because you interrupted me.
Sorry.
Controversy about them fitting on the door
Yes.
in the ocean.
If I'm not mistaken, Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't want to talk
DiCaprio.
about Leonardo DiCaprio, my
Leo
favorite
DiCaprio.
actor, Mr.
he lives in
DiCaprio.
Chumbawamba.
Me and Leo. Even he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like everyone's asked him, Jack, don't you think that like Jack and what's her name?
Rose.
Rose. Didn't you think Jack and Rose could both fit on the door? And he's like, I want to talk about that. Like,
I'll never
it's
let
not
go,
my-
Jack. I'll
That was
never let
not my
go.
decision
Well,
from
I
a
don't think
director.
I don't think James Cameron even wanted to talk
Yeah,
about
he was
it.
like, shut up, guys. Okay, I should have made a smaller door. Get it.
I should have made it be a card table, okay, not a door.
Yeah, and then the old lady, for some reason, gets to be in a Britney Spears music video, and all is well.
Is that for real?
Yeah, isn't the old lady like, I don't know if it's the
but I
same
thought
old
she
lady.
threw it into the ocean at the end.
Yeah, it's like part of the Britney Spears music video, and like, okay,
But like, okay,
anyway.
can I just say something about Titanic
Dumb.
for a moment?
Yes, do it.
Okay, how would you feel being that old lady's husband? Because basically, she lived her whole life making sure you knew you were second best. Because some poor motherfucker on a ship one time laid her so good, she talked about it for the rest of her life.
He railed me over and over. He's like, okay, I got it, Doris.
I mean,
don't
I don't even remember. I think I don't remember if her family's dead and gone, but like literally her final act in her life is to return to this poor motherfucker. And like, it blows my mind. How could you imagine knowing your whole life, your wife don't like you that much?
Yeah, right. She misses the guy from the Titanic.
They spent one night together.
I will say
It was, you know what? They trauma bonded.
it was a cultural trauma bonded.
He
They
didn't blow
bonded
her mind. They
somewhere.
trauma bonded, baby.
This was a cultural phenomenon because I don't feel like a lot of movies went that length
It was a cultural
other than Dances
moment.
with Wolves. But yes, it was a cultural moment because the Titanic was always a mystery to a lot of people. And this movie, though it was dramatized, I think showed a lot of people what happened, which is a big deal too.
It
so.
put a unfortunately realistic look on what actually happened because they had all these survivor stories that did tell the story. And I did think one thing that was really cool was they actually had real footage of the Titanic, the sunken wreckage of the Titanic.
Yeah,
That was in
yeah.
the movie. And I think that that's really cool. And
Do you think we have a listener that doesn't know what happened to the Titanic and they're confused right now?
I have no patience for those people.
Okay, fair
Okay,
enough.
so
All right.
basically, if you want to learn about the Titanic, join my Patreon and I'll teach you all about it.
I will do. Amanda has just committed. If you join the Patreon right now, we will do an episode on the Titanic for
Ooh, should
you.
I do one on the sinking of the Titanic?
Probably.
That would be
Probably.
awesome.
Make it a Patreon episode. See if people will support you then.
Oh, I don't want to make it a Patreon episode.
Dude, pay to play.
Pay to John Goodman.
All right, so listen.
Yeah.
We've gotten through one movie.
Yeah.
So number 2,
Yeah.
easy follow-up.
Yeah. What is it?
Toy Story 2.
I'm shaking my head.
I think that was 1998 or something like that.
Apollo 11. Apollo 13.
Oh, I bet Amanda's right. Or you're on track. That's Tom Hanks, right? Ooh, that was a pretty intense movie too. I'm going to go with Amanda. I think that's what it was.
You really like to steal Amanda's answers.
Yeah,
You know what?
bitch.
Wait, what did Amanda say?
Wait, hold on. She said Apollo 13. Apollo 14, Bob. Apollo 14.
I wish when you watch Price is Right, when somebody did that, they'd look over and just be like, "Fuck you! If you get the showcase showdown, I'm gonna kick your ass."
Okay.
Here come the minute.
Oh, Amanda.
Banger!
Another one of your faves. We talked about this too because we were wrong when we guessed for 1998.
Or
So,
2002 or whatever.
I will say, Will Smith's performance, fucking banger.
Banger.
Tommy Lee Jones' performance, fucking
Banger.
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 Fucking Michael Jackson.
I could be
Banger.
Agent M. Vincent D'Onofrio's performance, banger.
Yeah, dude. Rip Torn,
Banger.
Like, awesome. Like
Let
all
me-
of these things were great. What a great movie.
This
What a
movie's
great
amazing.
movie.
If you've never seen Men in
Yeah.
Black, you're living your life incorrectly. It's so good. It's so weird. It's so funny. It was right at the correct time in Will Smith's career because he was just coming off of Independence Day. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yep.
It's got the right amount of like weird sci-fi humor. It's a classic action sci-fi comedy. If
Classic action
you've
sci-fi
never-
comedy, like those are a dime a dozen.
if you've never seen it, you absolutely have to. If you
I
haven't
was gonna
seen
say
it in
you
a long
got Men
time,
in Black,
you gotta
you
go
got
back.
Galaxy Quest, Amanda. Like those are the two
Those
that
are
even
so
exist.
good.
So I will say this. Will Smith, right? Not only did he star in it, but then he had like a huge hit because of the movie too.
Yeah,
So
that song's a
I mean,
banger.
Yep. Here come the Men in Black.
Galaxy Defenders.
So good. It was so good. You
that's a
guys
banger.
want to throw up real quick?
Yes.
If someone's 23 years old right now, they were never born to see Men in Black.
Never born to see it.
I mean, they weren't born
Wow.
yet.
Wow.
They were never born to
Let's play
see
that
it.
back, folks.
Blah,
If
blah,
you're
blah, blah, blah,
23,
blah.
you were never born to see it.
These girls do not let me make one mistake. I can't make one.
No.
I can't fucking say one thing wrong. Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba. Tab thimper.
You know what, Andy? You get knocked down.
You gotta get back up again,
You
bitch.
get up again.
Okay, so what was I saying?
You ain't never seen it.
You ain't never seen it. Yeah, a freaking 23-year-old probably has never seen Men in Black. Or younger. They don't even know. That's part of the old, like, that's someone being like, hey man, you ever seen shit, what's a popular movie that I don't care about? Casablanca? I don't know.
I ain't never seen it.
I ain't never seen that. So anyway, I just thought that
Okay.
was an interesting thought.
Yeah, so super interesting. It also applies to all of these movies. You ain't never seen them.
Fair. It'll get worse for you if you're 23 right now.
Fair enough.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Apollo 14, Bob.
Amanda, how did that Jurassic Park theme go?
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm assuming we're talking about the Lost World.
Is this the one that you like or don't like?
Hated it.
Yeah, this one's a doinker, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
What's crazy though, it's number 3 in the box office.
I mean, come on. The Jurassic Park is still one of the highest grossing films of all time. It's still
Sure.
amazing. It's incredible. The sequel is just guaranteed to make money.
Yeah, 1995 to 1997, right? So only a 2-year gap. So not bad.
Here's
Or
what I'll say.
1994.
Here's what I'll say. Is the movie terrible? No. It's got some stuff that's really dumb. Having Jeff Goldblum be like the main character, I guess,
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Sure.
Julianne Moore, Vince Vaughn, it doesn't work.
Sounds like a terrible cast.
They don't work together. And then his daughter is somehow now a gymnast, and she's like swinging on these rafters and kicking raptors in the face. Doesn't work.
So are you telling me this is like Shia LaBeouf swinging in the jungle with the monkeys type of feeling?
Not that bad, but close.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so Jurassic Park makes number 3, huh? On the list.
Number 3.
Check. Okay.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Liar, Liar.
I love it.
Oh.
The goddamn pen is blue.
What
It's so good.
I do want to go back for just a sec. What is the grossing difference between Titanic and whatever the second movie was? Men in Black.
It's a difference of about 400 million.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a big one.
So really,
big.
really, we're competing for second place. Like,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. What's
Right.
the difference between Jurassic Park and Men in Black?
About 20 million.
Okay, so you're
Wow.
a lot more
well,
on pace there. Okay.
Liar Liar's fine.
Okay.
It's good.
No,
It's good.
no, liar. I mean, that's part of Jim Carrey's like freaking top 3 movies of all time,
Yeah.
right? Ace Ventura, freaking Liar Liar, and
Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
well,
Ace Ventura 2.
Ace Ventura 2. The Mask.
Oh, The Mask.
The Mask. I will say for Liar Liar that it was kind of cool to see him try to play like the straight guy in the beginning. Like he's like just mean. He's just like an angry turd. And then once he can't lie anymore, like the spiral that he goes down. Dude, there's some classic scenes in that movie, but for some reason I thought Liar Liar was 1994.
Wrong.
No, I know. I
Wrong.
didn't realize that. Wrong. All right. Thanks, Donald Trump. Wrong. I did not realize it was 1997, but Jim Carrey, that was at the height of his career. So that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
Yeah. Number 5, Air Force One.
Ooh, Harry Ford.
Get off my damn plane.
Amanda's Harrison Ford impression is pretty good too.
You just got to sound like a grumpy old guy. That movie's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
No, it is great. Is it Tom Lee Jones in that one too?
I don't think so. I think that's The Fugitive.
No, that's The Fugitive. Sorry. Who's the bad guy in that one?
Let's
Is there a
find
bad guy in
out,
that
shall we?
Gary Oldman's in it.
Oh,
Is he the bad guy?
it's probably Gary
Gary.
Oldman. If there's a Gary Oldman, he's the bad
Gary.
guy. Gary. Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, I
So
think it is Gary Oldman.
Okay. I think that Harrison Ford makes a great president of the United States. I think that worked back then.
He should be our president.
There you go, dude. Put Harry Ford in there.
I mean, we don't have much to lose at this point.
Harrison Ford don't fucking like ice cream. That's his slogan.
He's got an
I
earring.
don't fucking
He's
like
cool.
ice cream. Where's Chewie? All right, let's go.
Dead.
Oh,
Ouch. Ouch.
Everything that
Ouch.
Han Solo's ever loved, dead,
Number 6.
including himself.
This
Okay.
one's as good as it gets.
Wait, is that what it's called?
It's as good as it gets.
Oh, okay. This is fucking
Jack
Joker.
Nicholson.
I remember this one being
Right.
really popular amongst the older folks.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Helen Hunt?
Yeah.
So this is where she's actually younger as an
Yeah.
actress back then, and he's like into her, like an old man, creepy vibe thing. But it's a comedy.
I have to say, Jack
It's
Nicholson,
a romance.
not the type of guy that I would want to be quote unquote into me.
Can you imagine Helen Hunt's like she's reading the script? It's like have to kiss Jack Nicholson. Oh, like, okay. I guess. Well, how much money is it?
Yeah,
I
but
feel like
he
he's
wasn't
got, like
creepy.
quivery lips.
He wasn't creepy yet.
He wasn't like anger management creepy yet.
No, he wasn't creepy yet. He was like right there.
He was like on the edge of being
But-
like a throw up situation.
Yeah, he was still seen as like not a ladies' man.
Oh,
But
no.
I feel like mid to late 90s, he was still seen as like, oh, that's just Jack Nicholson. Oh, like,
I don't know,
But
dude.
that's what I'm saying. There's an age range that this movie applied to where he's not creepy to those women.
yes.
No, he's got a look in this one. I mean, maybe Amanda's right. He's right on the verge of like moving into the stranger danger
He's still
mode.
got like the sunglasses and the creepy side look.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, 'cause-
okay.
But
what
maybe to
year-
a 40, 50 something, maybe it's sexy. I don't know. I'm not there yet.
What year was this? 1997?
Amanda.
Were you even listening at the beginning of the podcast?
I don't remember.
Didn't even know
Are
what
we-
this episode
Are we
is.
doing, yeah,
What is
1997.
this episode? What year is that? Oh, we decided to move to 1993 for no reason. That's silly.
Did you know though that if you're 23, you're never born
You were never born.
to see this?
You
Okay,
were
for
never
reference,
born.
I was doing the math to see how old he was when he made that movie.
Yeah, and what
Okay.
was
And
it?
he was 60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's enough to be creepy McCreeperson.
I was gonna say,
But if you're 60, the creep level
No, you're right.
diminishes
Yeah.
the older.
Yes, if you're also 60, you're not a creep. But Helen Hunt was not 60.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Okay.
he was still old enough to be creepy?
Yeah, she
at
goes.
her age.
She goes Twister, and then she goes to this movie.
old
So,
creepy man.
Yeah,
Yes.
both the
and I
tornado.
can't imagine he had a lot of money.
fair. Okay.
Next,
Next.
Goodwill Hunting.
This okay. We have to talk about this movie briefly, only because it skyrocketed Matt Damon and
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. I almost said
Yes.
Bruce Willis. Matt Damon
Matt Fleck.
and Ben Affleck because they wrote it together.
yes.
And so this was a big deal. Like, not only did they get it produced, but they get to act in it, and it skyrockets both of their freaking careers. So I will just say it deserves to be on the list. That's
I think
what
it's
I'm
I think it's so funny because not that those two hadn't acted, but like they weren't like top tier where they are now, right? And
Yeah.
when that movie came out, it really did skyrocket their career, but it won an Academy Award. And then it was like they almost it was like they became jokes for a while, and people still don't. I feel like sometimes people don't take them seriously. Like
Yeah, especially as
I
a
mean,
pair,
Literally,
as a
if
combo.
you hear Matt Damon, what's the first thing you say?
Matt
Ben Affleck.
Damon.
Oh,
They-
that.
yeah.
Sorry. Matt Damon.
Yeah.
This isn't like a word association, Andy.
To be honest, they both have had their fair share of
Flops,
banger movies
girl.
and doinkers. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually think that Matt Damon is getting better.
As with age,
Yes.
I
he's
think
like
they
a
both-
fine wine.
I think they both are.
They both are. I mean, Ben Affleck's an amazing director.
I think that he might be a better director than he is an actor.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that he's a bad actor. There's been
No.
films that I think he's done great in. So
Yeah, but I do think they're better in their older age than
Yeah.
like as like young heartthrobs. I
in
don't-
that infinite wisdom.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next,
Next.
My Best Friend's Wedding.
Why do I not remember that movie?
The morning I wake up, and when I put on my makeup, I say
I
a
am
little
drawing a
prayer for
blank.
you.
Can I get a cover?
Okay, so it's Julia
What?
Roberts,
Julia Roberts.
and Dilmit Mulroney. or
Dermot
whatever the-
Mulroney.
Yeah, I was close. What?
Wait, that's not Dylan McDermott?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
Those guys.
Let me see if
Can I get a cover, and can you hit me up with a synopsis other
that-
than
I'm-
My Best Friend's
I'm
Wedding?
trying. I'm trying.
It's,
Can you,
Cameron-
Amanda,
Cameron
can you
Diaz.
please tell
This
me?
guy.
I'm trying.
Oh, okay. Continue.
So those two, they were best friends or whatever, and then they moved on with their lives. And they promised that if they weren't with anyone by the time they were whatever how old they are in the movie, they would get married. And
Okay.
so then he basically meets up with her to be like, hey, and she's thinking they're gonna get together. And he goes, I'm getting married. And then his
I
his
see.
fiance is Cameron Diaz. And in the 90s, Cameron Diaz, amazing.
Yeah.
And
right.
then she's like the nicest person. And now Julia Roberts' character, who isn't that good of a person, but
Okay.
she's now involved in the wedding. And she's trying to like steal the guy away the whole time. But she brings
Got it. Okay.
But she brings
Okay.
Rupert Everett with her gay best friend, to act as her date at the party.
Okay. Okay. I don't think I've seen it. I don't even remember it much other than once I saw that guy, Dylan McDeamy or whatever his name is. Then I remember those two in that film, but
I love Dylan McDeamy.
Dylan McSteamy Deemy.
Dylan McDeamy, baby. No, I've seen it. It was
Okay.
fine.
What number are we on?
that was number 8.
Oh, okay. Okay. So top 8 in 1997. I'll be honest. Half of them I would have enjoyed so far. Amanda already said, she was like, Jurassic Park, get out of here. You probably don't care about that movie. Titanic, you could skip back in the day. Was there another one that was like, aside from Men in Black and Liar Liar, that you were like, that's a good one?
I
Love
don't
it.
know.
Yeah. Okay.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
What?
Banger.
GoldenEye? Wait, that's not. I meant 007. Wait, did you say GoldenEye? Absolutely not. Wait, Amanda, didn't we talk about this? Wasn't that the last one of his? Or was that another? That was
well,
the
at one point we
third
talked
one.
about dying another day, and we talked about the world is not enough.
Oh yeah, okay. One of them's a doinker, right?
The
Or
world.
maybe
Well, they're
of
both
them
bad.
are.
They're both bad.
Okay. Okay.
Pierce Brosnan did 4,
Yep.
and the first 2 were good. GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies, and the
Okay.
second 2 were shit.
Okay, got it. So Tomorrow Never Dies did well, obviously, in the box office.
Yes, it was decent.
Who is the femme fatale in that one?
Terry Hatcher.
Oh, okay. Number 9?
Michelle Yeoh's in it too.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Number 10. Face.
I'm going to take his face
Face off.
off. And they're all looking at Nicolas Cage like he's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna put his face on my face.
Like the best monologue with everyone in the room ever.
And then this, and then this thing.
yeah, the classic freaking Cage.
Gun fingers.
I will say, when that movie first came out, I thought that was awesome. Like, I remember thinking that Travolta and Nicolas Cage, first I was like, there's no way their bodies could be the same. And then they do this genetic weird manipulation where they like give Nicolas Cage more of an ass to match John Travolta's or something like that too. But
honestly,
damn it if that's not a great
it's a
film,
fucking
yeah.
banger. That movie's
Yeah.
good.
That's a good
That movie reminds me a lot of Broken Arrow. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah, is that the one with
Travolta
Slater?
and Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Also
right.
a banger.
Yeah. Yeah. That's older though, right?
Maybe
Broken
96.
Arrow? Okay. Did you see Face Off?
No.
Oh, dude. Okay. Amanda, did we tell you this? I don't know if we did. So we went to Charleston and we were going to bed. So Ash and I are just laying in the hotel bed watching whatever is coming up on TV and Con Air comes on.
Oh my God.
Okay? So I'm watching Con Air, Nick Cage with
Amazing.
freaking right.
Terrible.
I love it. I love everything about it. It's
Yeah.
so hokey and campy, and I think it's great. And he has the worst
The
Southern
breeze
accent
in his skullet.
ever. Yeah, but Ash, like, she's like, Andy, this is horrible. I was
I'm
like, I know, but we
I'm
have
like,
to continue it.
It's my birthday, and I regret having spent it watching this much
Con
of
Air.
It was so good, dude. Con Air is like it's like a guilty pleasure.
Con
So,
Air,
anyway.
The Rock, Face Off. Man,
Yep.
Cage owned the 90s.
Yeah, he was dude, Raising Arizona, right?
That's not 90.
Like, oh, was that 80? Was
Yeah.
that late 80s? Okay, my bad. I take it back.
Get it right.
Okay, number 11 has a rating of 3.8.
Oof.
Wait, but it was a box office like top
Sure
20?
was.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you'll know why. Batman and Robin.
Oh. I will say this.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
I will say this. Look at that cast though. Clooney, freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
Uma Thurman, like if
Alicia
you're gonna-
Silverstone, who
Yeah,
mid
Alicia
90s.
Silverstone. If you're going to pop all of these people in there, it's Batman. Obviously, it's going to have a huge box office.
Yeah.
But after people saw it, then and honestly, I think this was a this brewed a little bit before people hated it. I think right when they first saw it, they were like, "Oh, Arnold
Batman,
Schwarzenegger's like kind of campy."
I was gonna say, like, the IMDb
Yeah.
score, like, that's from people
Now.
watching it over the last
Yeah.
25 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now they can go back and be like, oh yeah, compared to the other ones, this one's terrible.
Well, and I will say that as a kid, so 8th grade, watching Batman and Robin, when I got out of the theater, I thought it was cool. I think I remember being like,
Honestly?
Batman's cool, and like they got bat skates and I don't like stupid stuff.
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
that movie's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing when I was a kid. Now, let me be clear. It is not a cinematic masterpiece by any means.
No,
but-
it's not.
Like, it gave you everything you wanted for a mid-90s Batman movie.
That's fair.
And if you watch it now, especially if you watch it with Batman Forever, like, they are very similar movies.
Oh, Joel Schumacher directed both of them.
That-
and
no,
I'm
that's
pretty
what I
sure,
mean.
Like he must have done
Like-
like the whole. Apparently, there's an R-rated version of Batman Forever that oh my God, Silent Bob. What's his name? Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Apparently, Kevin Smith has.
Huh.
Like he has this version that Schumacher did that's like a lot more brutal.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
like, oh, I would have loved to see that.
I mean,
but-
honestly, like Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, like
yeah.
they're great, and I think that like that movie doesn't have the same level of contempt with like pop culture that Batman and Robin does, and I think
Yeah.
they're the same freaking movie. They both have really cheesy one-liners. They
Yes,
both
they
have
do.
over the top stupid shit, and for some reason, Batman and Robin is like forever tainted when I don't think it's that different.
Is it the bat nipples? Is that what?
It's
that's what did
terrible.
it?
But both movies had stupid close-ups. Val Kilmer had freaking lip gloss on the whole time in Batman Forever.
Yeah, prettiest
Like-
Batman lips for sure.
But his lips were glossy.
Also, though, didn't this have like some real campy, hokey stuff? Like he took out a Batman credit card.
It was very
Yeah.
hokey. Like
I don't leave home without it.
Don't leave home
Like,
without it.
stupid Stuff, dude.
it was very hokey. Like Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy was very over the top. And then
Seductress.
I mean,
yeah.
but like very campy seductress.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze was nothing like the actual Mr. Freeze. They
Correct, yes.
they just fed Arnold one-liners and he got to live his life.
Yeah, because honestly, Mr. Freeze is supposed to be like creepy, bald, tall, skinny man. You know what I mean?
But
Like-
incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, right. And then you ended up with like
Yes. And
a roided
and they live-
a roided up Mr. Freeze.
they live in like a fucking freezer and they have like Scooby-Doo sounding graphics when anybody slips and falls. And like
That's Schumacher for you.
it doesn't make sense. But I will say that it's worth looking up. Arnold Schwarzenegger made a deal with the director that
Yeah.
because he wanted him to basically have like a fluorescent light in his mouth at all times to give that blue
Oh.
glow.
Yeah.
The crack, like the glow sticks.
Yeah. Yep.
And they had that in Arnold's mouth, and Arnold made a deal where it was like every time that he got burned or hurt or whatever by that, he got like $5,000.
Whoa. Okay.
And so, like, by the end of this movie, I think he almost made just as much doing that as he got paid to
Wow.
do the movie.
That's insane. I mean, but
But-
also it's like, hey, put these freaking chemicals in your mouth and
Yes.
hopefully don't ingest them.
I
Like,
guess he
yeah.
ended up, he would have to stop shooting because he had so many just like burns in his mouth and
Ugh,
stuff. Yeah.
Jeez.
So that's why he talks like that.
Ow. Ow. Oh. All right. So dumb.
Number 12. George of the
Oh.
Jungle.
Why'd they
Brendan.
make that movie?
Brendan,
Yeah.
that movie's a
Brendan.
banger. What are you talking about?
I mean, whatever. It's Tarzan.
It was great for its day.
It's for kids. It is for kids.
But he was also pretty popular at the time, right? Blast
Yes.
from the Past, if I'm not mistaken, was like he was doing it next or just did it. Maybe we talked about it, but
he was known in the stratosphere, right? And
yeah, he was. He was.
George of the Jungle was right kind of when like remember Jungle to Jungle with Tim Allen?
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
I feel like a lot of that stuff was kind of like boom boom boom. And
Yeah.
I mean and then Tarzan was like I think a year later, 2 years later,
Yeah.
like George of the Jungle, it's corny as hell. It is so corny. But like 90s humor, that's what that was.
Oh, it's the same type of stuff Jim Carrey would have done.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This was a Disney movie, right? So
Yes.
I remember it playing all the time on like reruns, like on ABC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like during the summer when like they would get rid of like the regular broadcasting. I remember watching this movie so many times.
Because it was from a cartoon, right? George
Yeah.
of the Jungle
Yes.
was an original cartoon.
Yeah.
Was that a Disney cartoon or no?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Next is Scream 2.
Oh. Banger.
Wait, I don't remember what Scream 2's like twist was, who the villain was in that one.
So, okay, so one thing that's actually interesting about this movie, it was actually rewritten. So, Scream 2 follows who's left of the first movie and they
Yep.
go to college. And
Okay.
basically, It was so you hear the story throughout the first one that Sidney Prescott, the main character, Nev Campbell, her mom was murdered and blah blah blah. And so then in the second one, it was originally supposed to be the murderer was supposed to be the guy who she had put away in jail. Like they figured out by the end of the first movie that it wasn't him who killed her mom.
Right.
And so he was supposed to be the bad guy in the second movie as like a revenge thing.
Got
but
it.
they ended up making the bad guy in the first movie, the bad guy dies, and then they make it his mom is the bad guy in the second movie. And she's mad that she lived and she gets to live her life while her son died. Anyway, it doesn't work as well.
Is it Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich or whatever?
They are in the first one.
But they're the bad guys in the first one.
Correct.
So then whose mom is it? Which one of the two?
It's Skeet Ulrich's mom, Billy Loomis.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Got it.
One thing that's funny is, though, I was reading this article and I hadn't thought about it. They never confirmed that Stu, Matthew Lillard's character, dies in the first one. So a lot of people
still just be alive.
A lot of people are wanting him to come back.
Oh, that would be a cool reboot.
I think it would be hard.
The series, but
I think it would be fun, but I think they had their chance with the Scream 2 movies ago. Because now it's Jenna Ortega and her sister, and they're kind of taking over as the new final girl. Because Nev Campbell wasn't in the last one, and they left the town that they'd originally been in, and now they're in New York City.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 14? Was that what it was?
13.
13. Okay.
Number 14. You're gonna laugh.
Oh no. Well, I mean, Batman and Robin made sense, so maybe this one will justify.
For other reasons.
Okay.
Con Air.
Yay! We don't even have to explain that one, so at least that saves you.
Banger.
So
when you brought it up, I was like, no.
Hold on. I'm not going to talk about the movie because you don't need to talk about it. But Nicolas Cage had 2 top 15 grossing movies that year.
Yeah.
Damn. That's pretty crazy.
Banger.
Put down the bunny rabbit.
So when we were watching this,
yeah,
I had never seen it before, and we just started watching it in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
And no, it doesn't matter because it's still terrible. But I'm watching it, and I'm like, if you told me that they made a movie with Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, John Malkovich, Ving Rhames, Dave Chappelle, Steve Buscemi, Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be like,
You're like,
no.
You're like,
Yeah.
what is this
No.
chaotic casting?
And you know what?
We looked that up. Danny Trejo's like
79.
Yeah, so he's 53 or 54 in that movie or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
he looks young.
Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy?
He looks like he's in his 30s.
Yeah.
It's wild. I don't know. I think that movie has a place in cinema for Nicolas Cage. Like, Con Air's got to be top 3 Nicolas Cage
It's
movies.
a classic.
I wish she would watch the whole thing, and she didn't. So
I'm sorry.
well.
I don't think I've seen a lot of Nicolas Cage movies, but I don't think I'm a fan.
You know what? I think that people need to call Hugh Jackman out for stealing Nicolas Cage's outfit in the Wolverine movies because he looks like freaking Wolverine, dressed exactly like him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Okay, we will skip it. We will
it.
skip Con Air for you and any of our listeners that wants to send us a message about Ashley hating on Con Air.
Number 15, Contact.
I thought you were going to say Con Air. he got it. Con Air in Spanish.
Maybe people thought they were going to see Contact and they watched Con Air instead.
Okay, I have a weird story about Contact. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but when my sister and I are younger, summer, I'm assuming, is when it came out. My parents are like, hey, let's go on a vacation. And like, they didn't make any plan. And then they start driving. And I remember my mom or my dad that were just like, where are we going? And they're like, I don't know. Let's just take the ferry. So we took the ferry and we end up in Bremerton. And they grab a hotel, like a Motel 6 or something like that, give me and my sister freaking spirographs, and they're like, this is the vacation. And I remember me and my sister like stuck in this hotel. We're like, is this it? And they're like, yeah, just shut up and do your spirographs or whatever. And we're like, can we please do something else? And they're like, I guess we can go see a movie. And then they took us to go see Contact. And so like that was our summer vacation is we took a ferry, went to this island that no one cares about, stayed in Motel 6 and watched Contact. I still remember it to this day.
That is the
This is
weirdest
Jodie
fucking
Foster, right?
story
Yep.
I've ever heard.
Isn't that weird, dude? And like that's why Contact is in my brain because I was like, when I was younger, that's the movie we watched.
And you were like, well.
and I was like, well.
Well,
Matthew McConaughey in that
well.
one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gonna talk to some
I don't-
aliens.
I will tell you though that most of the movie is just her trying to figure out what the signal is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Jodie Foster was having a little bit of a career bump then too, right? Because you had
Silence
oh my
of the
God.
Lambs.
What?
Silence of the Lambs was
Silence
Yes,
of the Lambs.
couple
Silence
years
of the
before.
Lambs, Contact, and then what was the one where she was stuck in the security door? The
Panic Room. But that was like 2000.
Yeah.
No way. Panic Room was like 1998 or 1996 or something like that.
2002.
Boom, bitch.
No.
Get out of town.
Are you sure?
2002.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
Googled
sorry.
it.
The reason I thought it was earlier is because you guys remember when you bought a DVD player and they gave you 5 free movies back in the day?
No, I never got that deal.
Yeah, we went to Sears and got our first DVD player and they're like, here's 5 free movies you get to pick out. And I
Damn.
remember Panic
No
Room
wonder
was one
Sears
of
is
the
out of
choices.
business.
DVDs actually came out in 1997, so this is very important.
Yes, it was important. It was.
All right, how are we on time, Andy?
Hit us with what number are we on?
That was 15.
Okay, 15 is a good rounded number, so why don't you just spitfire the last
Okay,
5?
Spitfire.
Yeah.
Disney's Hercules.
Oh. Amanda, sing that song, please.
Bless my soul. Hercules on a roll. Undefeated. I fucking love Hercules.
It's a good one. I like it too.
Amazing.
Next.
Flubber. Conspiracy Theory. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh.
Banger.
Dante's Peak.
Okay.
Oh, banger.
Anaconda.
Banger.
LA Confidential.
Wait, how do we not talk
That's
about
pretty
Dante's
damn
Peak?
good.
Let's be honest.
Dante's Peak is a banger.
Oh, but also, that means that Pierce Brosnan also had 2 top 20
Yeah.
grossing movies that year. Okay.
Fifth Element.
That one's a lot lower than I thought it
Whoa,
would be.
that movie came out later than I thought it did.
Oh, you thought it was like
I
1995
thought
or something?
I thought it was 1993, 1994.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jungle to Jungle.
What did I say?
I actually thought that was really good. There's one just like it too. Almost exactly like it. So there was Jungle to Jungle, which if I'm not mistaken was Chevy Chase in that one, right? Jungle to Jungle?
Tim Allen.
Oh, what's the Chevy Chase one? Where it's like him and a boy and he's like, "You're never going to get my mom," and they mess with each other. It's like the exact same thing. And I know Jungle to Jungle was that he like was raised in the jungle, so he had like a weird
Yeah.
thing. But he also was like, "I don't like you liking my mom," and then messes with him.
The one thing I remember from Jungle to Jungle is the line, "What mean compromise?"
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then he explains to him what compromise means.
Is it Jonathan
not
Taylor
compromise.
Thomas and Chevy Chase?
Oh, you're thinking of Man of the House.
That's the same movie though. They're fighting
Sorry,
over
he
who's
doesn't say
like
what
the.
means compromise. He says what mean obligation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
and
I
that's how I learned what obligation means.
fair.
All right. Anastasia, Spawn,
Oh, Anastasia was so
Spawn.
The
good.
Jackal,
Oh, Jackal. Okay.
Starship Troopers,
Oh, banger.
Oh, dude.
Volcano.
Wait. Amanda did say there was a whole lot of action, comedy, sci-fi movies.
What did I say, bitch? And you made fun of me? Look who's laughing now.
Yeah, but Troopers wasn't supposed to be a comedy.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I thought it wasn't.
No, it was supposed to be like a spoof.
It's supposed to be satire?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because they
Okay.
literally look at the screen and they'll be like, "I'm doing it for the United." Like, yes.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give her that. All
All
right,
right,
give
we
us a
got-
couple others.
G.I. Jane.
Oh, okay.
Every 40-year-old woman's wet dream, The Full Monty.
A 40-year-old woman?
Ew.
That makes I'm like 1 year away from 40. I'm like, I'm starting to get offended by these jokes.
Well,
50
good for you.
50-year-old.
They made a Full Monty TV show. There you go.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
And we'll end this on a high note. Bean.
Oh. I
What?
love it.
What movie?
Mr. Bean.
Oh,
Mr.
Bean.
I think
thought
it's
you
a
said
banger.
like being, and I was like,
Being.
what?
Whistler's
Bean.
mother. Teddy. Damn it. If I I would say
Janet.
a lot of
I
those
love you.
movies, I don't know if they deserved to be on that top grossing list.
Listen.
I think that at
Yeah,
the time,
Sure.
like top 10 movies, you heard of all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But now, when you have a top grossing movie, a lot of times, maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of times I feel like there's awards or a lot of adulation and like people chat about it. I don't know if those I don't know.
Do you
if
know
a lot
why?
of those
Do you
had
know
any-
why?
Titanic
Because
won
for
awards.
Sure.
Yes, no,
Good Will
because
Hunting
for
won awards.
2
Yeah, that's
years, nobody talked about anything but Titanic.
She's
Yeah.
right. Titanic dominated $400 million
I mean,
over
yes.
everybody else.
Yeah. It made as much as number 2 and 3 put together.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
Titanic was in the movie theater for like a year.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
long
Like, I'm not
time.
being over exaggerative. It
Yeah,
was in
it
the
was a
movie
long
theater
time.
forever.
She's right.
I remember when it came out finally on VHS, it was still playing in our local movie theater.
Yeah.
That's when you knew a movie was good, when it
Yes.
lasted the release. Yeah.
And back then on VHS, man, you actually did have to wait like 8 months for something to come out.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's not like now where like it comes out. It's in the theater for 3 weeks, comes out, and then it's instantly on
Yes.
DVD. Or
Sometimes
streaming.
it's within a month. It's available digitally. And now,
Well,
if I'm not
even
mistaken,
yes, the Super Mario movie is the same thing. I looked it up originally, and it said it wasn't going to be released till November, and I was like, well, yeah, they're going to hold it till awards, till
Right.
holidays. But then it was literally like a week later, it was like online, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they freaking dropped. I mean, they
Yeah.
dropped it. Boom. Well, ladies,
Wow.
1997
What a year! What a year!
may
What a
be
year.
in our memories, but it's nice to relive it.
Wow.
Wow, that was so deep.
Out of what you can remember, what was your top favorite movie that year?
Con Air, baby.
Con Air, baby.
Actually, I will say, out of everything, Face Off, I remember loving that movie.
That is
especially
a good
then.
movie.
That is a great movie. And at one point, especially in my like mid-20s, I was like, Face Off is one of my favorite movies of all time. So that one's always hit. I will stay Face Off. Yeah.
What about you, Ash?
I don't remember.
Titanic?
What was on the list?
Men in Black, Contact,
Con Air.
Con Air, My Best Friend's Wedding, Jurassic Park 2. What else?
Probably.
What other
Probably
garbage?
out of what you just mentioned, Men in Black is probably. The
Yeah,
best one.
Men in Black deserves it.
That one's
Liar, liar.
Men in Black's my favorite. That's the one that I think is like absolutely worth watching out of that year. However,
Yep.
honestly, like none of these movies obviously did the same as Titanic, but like that's a solid top 20.
I mean,
Like-
none of
Yeah.
please don't like me being cynical about them. That doesn't mean that they weren't good or had some cultural impact on it. I just expected like super bangers when I think of like top 15 grossing of all time that year. And some of these just seemed like, when you brought up Batman and Robin, I was like, it makes sense because it's the DC Batman franchise, but the movie is
I mean, Amanda might be
No,
right
I
that
don't
like
know.
Titanic just like held everybody off from
Part of me wonders.
Sure.
bringing out their best stuff.
Part of me wonders if because James Cameron at this point was the Terminator guy.
Yeah.
And he'd been working on this movie for like I think he worked on Titanic for like a full year, filming it and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so James Cameron is dropping a movie that's supposed to be like as real as possible, epic.
Sure.
And so
sure.
I imagine that these filmmakers are like, okay, well maybe we'll postpone something by a few months, or maybe we'll release something early. And like, especially once the movie drops, and nobody's seeing anything else, I wonder if stuff got pushed back.
I bet Amanda's right. I bet they held things off because people are looking at the box office and they're like, literally, I'm going to go to the movies. I'm about to go watch Titanic 4 times
Do you
before
guys
I
want
watch
to know
a new
something?
movie.
Yes.
What?
Titanic was released in theaters December 19th, 1997.
Whoa. So for
Wait, but
that
didn't-
year, it was 400 million over?
No. While it
Oh.
was in the box
Okay,
office.
the total box office.
Yeah, total box
okay,
office.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But what I'm saying is
It
most
beat
of
everybody,
these
yeah.
most of these movies probably came out before Titanic.
yeah, Titanic
Yes.
was like the big one.
So I
okay.
don't think it's really an accurate
Shit,
thing
fair.
to say that these other movies didn't do as well because of Titanic.
Right.
Because most of them probably came out before then. So
Valid.
That's a good way to end it.
Just saying.
It's a good way to end it.
So also, I just want to say, if you are 23
And alive.
and alive, if you've been born yet,
Yep.
go watch these movies.
If you've been born yet and you like Choomba Boomba.
If you want me to do an episode about the sinking of the Titanic, join our Patreon.
Amanda, where can people chat at us if they want to?
Come hang out on our Instagram at Roll Awkward Podcast. And then if you want my Titanic episode, go to patreon.com/rockwoodpodcast. $3 a month gets you exclusive episodes and other stuff.
I imagine people just hanging out on our Instagram page.
Just waiting.
Hey guys, I'm waiting.
Hey, you guys want to hang out?
We should just have like a live feed at your guys' empty chairs. And then that's how people come hang out.
I love it. They're just like, man, I bet that's where Andy sits.
You can tell.
They'll be like,
look at the cushion.
one with the darker cushion is Andy's.
And look at the one where it's melted into the cushion.
No, Andy doesn't sit against back
I
cushions.
like roll off the couch.
On the cushions.
I do. I like roll down and sit so then
Because you
like, the
need
cushion,
lower
like-
back support.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
know.
roll down. You literally, because you're so tall, when you come to sit down, you just sit on it.
Fair. All right, welcome 1997.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
bye.
bye.